That's not helped in any way, shape, or form. But we will keep trying. Persevere. We just go graphics and turn that all the way down. Practice. And then just slowly turn things on from there. Options. Alex, right. This is why we should test things first. Have them on. I literally just want some mirrors. Done. Practice. It's the mirrors that kill it, isn't it? Mirrors that hurt. Okay, you're working. You're all good. Presume the sound's okay. Let's have a look. Yep. Sweet. Let's just see what happens. How bad can you make iRacing look? The answer is pretty bad. I kind of want to turn the virtual mirror off, but it is quite a useful sim though. It's a bit better, it's a bit better. It's not liking sim being open, that's just not doing anything. Seems to be working less hard now. Yeah, we love a bit of iRacing. It's a Daytona 24 Nunes. You've got to do a bit of iRacing. Just for this. Plus I'm just as average as this at this as I am as at ACC, so realistically it makes no difference what one I play. You know, if you ever come over to the dark side, there's a place on the team for you, mate. If we need someone quick. And try and get up to speed. Yeah, no, I understand that. I've kind of got the theory, like, cause I've had it quite a while now. It's like the first sim I picked up on PC, and like my expense is basically just a subscription now. I occasionally buy a bit of new content if it's something I actually want to race, but other than that, I don't really worry about it too much. They do every now and then do some really good deals. Like they did one with the NASCAR, which is like £20 for the year, which is a great time to just jump in and try it. To be fair, there's like even like the base content you get, you could just literally run around in Mazdas all day. They're great fun, and the Formula V's are quite good. Yeah. It's, for me, it's a very similar. It's almost like a Netflix like subscription, and then occasionally renting a film off like Amazon or something. That's the kind of expense it is. So. But it's completely each to their own. You know what I mean? I jump between all of the sims, so I have no real allegiance to any which one. But iRacing is probably my main one. Yeah, if you're specialising in one sort of discipline, it can actually not be that expensive. Because, like, if you just race GT3s, the hardest part is the first sort of 6 months to a year. And then once you bought the main tracks and the cars like the car you want to run or a couple of cars, you've got very little to spend on after that. Because if you're like me and want to try all of the cars, it then becomes a bit more difficult. But I think I'd probably spend, you take up the subscription on content, I'd probably spend about £15 to £40 depending on what it is, like each build, so it's every 12 weeks, so it's not a massive amount of money. But when I first started, I had to buy all the tracks for a series and then a car for the series and all that. That's where it starts to really add up. I've got in there a bit hot. Meow. Yeah, so I can't help it. Like, I want to have a go in. I've got cars that I've raced once and then never touched again, so I just didn't get on with them. Oh, I keep locking that front brake. Put the brake balance back a little bit. Then not the rears. Got to get myself in a really sensible, to a really sensible sort of endurance racing mindset. So it's a constant battle of drive multiple laps without being too off pace and without being too sketchy on the losing it from. So basically just getting myself in a position where I've got muscle memory for all of it, which is quite difficult. I run wide there a lot. Not fun. I was really enjoyed the Donny race the other day, and I have to say, I'm looking forward to the next round already. Oh yeah, it's gonna... Nerves in February, what could possibly go wrong? With your bias towards rain anyway. I know you say it's based on the real life weather forecast, but we all know deep down that you have coded that to look for the slightest drop of rain. If there's a 1% chance, times it by 100. I did particularly enjoy the like half hour of, oh shit, the track is really dry. How bad is it going to rain for the end of the stints? Like, is it worth going on to slicks moment? That was really like, just made life a bit interesting, didn't it? And we got P3 in class. We may be the bottom class, but we got P3 in class, so... It could have been really interesting if he'd done that a couple of times. Yeah. The way they've got the weather transitioning is really good at the moment. closing speed is so different. Sneak it up there before the kink. What is the actual difference? Is it just more variety between one time slot and another, or is it like they actually have almost like 5-minute windows of where the weather can be? Or is it 10-minute? I know you get like the little weather forecasting, but it definitely transitions into heavy rain and out of heavy rain. A lot of difference. Like one of the practice sessions I was doing, it literally like you could see the sun start to break through the clouds and the clouds disappear, and I just thought that was really cool. That's what you want.
Sorry.
That's what you want. You want it to be like variable. Yeah. So it's not so regimented all the way across. I like it. We've kind of just assumed that we're going to be a wet race every race, apart from maybe like Barcelona at the end of it, because it's like getting into the good weather there by that point. Hey man, how you doing? Oh yeah, I don't get on Twitch too much. I've just sort of thought, you know what, I'll start using it again. Well, actually, I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, doing like the whole restream thing. But I hope you're well. Don't lie to me, Alex. Donnie would have been soaking wet, and you know it.
Let's work together.
Oh, he lost the back end there. Good job these things have got traction control. I've been dead. I haven't quite worked out the perfect position to have my seat in for like long stints. If I can survive a long stint, that is, before I crash. They're slowly putting the sim room together, so it's going to be a labour of love by the time it's finished. It's so much stuff in here where I haven't built like the shed outside yet. So like you've got this one little slice of where the sim is, and then like everything around it is just absolute chaos. I need to try and find some time. I'm definitely losing time somewhere. Consistency's not awful to be fair. I mean, within about half a second each lap. But I really need to find some pace. That's what's hurting me at the moment. 35-degree track temperature. Realistically, we might even see higher. Although last year, track temperatures didn't get too bad. And you get the night bit, which is good because that it's a little bit cooler. Sort of start to run more stints on the tyres. It's just a bit of time that way. But lap times get a bit faster. back out of that a little bit. I think he backed out too. That's fair. We've been promised rain for so long. We don't have it yet. We have fluctuating wind, track conditions, all that sort of stuff. Track temperatures, which does affect how the cars handle and the speeds and stuff, and grip levels. What quite a good thing about it is it has a full like proper dynamic track, so the track where like rubbers in where the cars are actually racing, and not just on like a predefined line, which it feels like ACC like just has that one line you can run, and if you get off it, it's instant all the marbles, which I understand is how it would be, but it feels like that line doesn't evolve with how people are driving. It's just that bit. It's like the track's got a bit of rubber on it now, but if you look at the end of a 24-hour, it's completely different. But we haven't got rain yet. Although I'm sure when they do it, they'll do it properly. They've been working on it for enough years. I'd say Iracing is probably driving the best it's driven in a long time.
Hey, David!
You keep hitting that TC. You have to look at that. Oh, so the dry line's completely predefined as well. I thought it... I don't take the correct racing line half the time, so it never dry out quite on the line I take. But it's it did feel like it sort of settled in a line quite quickly. But I think that's something to do with the game engine they actually run it on, isn't it? Rather than anything like... I don't think the game engine can actually handle it, can it? The Unreal Engine. What I expect with iRacing now is everyone wants it, but as soon as we get it, everyone will complain about how difficult it is to drive in it. And then be like, oh, everything's wet, I don't like wet racing. Whereas I quite welcome it. I like the idea of, I like fluctuating conditions, while frustrating, you're not ready for them. Oh, so much fun. I've done a bad thing here. There we go. Let's not send it. Let's not send it. I am a good LMP2 driver. Thou shalt not send it on GT3s into the bus stop. I picked the wrong line for going past them then. I was like, they're going to drift up a little bit. They didn't drift up. They did not drift up at all. That's how most people drive, and I'm hoping that that causes them no ends of issue in a 24-hour race if you send it at the wrong point. So what I want to do is not be the sender and keep the car in one lovely shiny little piece. the brakes are really late there. Come on, Wilkins. Slow cars, yeah, they get wrecked a lot. I've nearly always been the slower class car in multi-class racing. Like, I very rarely volunteer to go and be the fast car, like the fast class. So this is going to be a whole new experience for me. Zoom. Let's turn you off and see what I'm doing. Ba, 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 ba. I've never found the right line. Doesn't seem to matter what line I take, it's always slower than the last line I took. I think you're meant to hang it more on the outside until later, but I have more success at staying on track if I hold it tight. I haven't quite worked out which way is the right way to do it. The worst one is when you make a mistake or something and slide it through a corner because you've got it too late and too fast, and you just about manage to control it, and then for the rest of the time you're doing laps, that delta is always 2/10 quicker through there, but you know if you tried to replicate it you'd just die. That's kind of where I get a lot of my frustration from. It's how can I be faster out of control than I am when I'm controlling it? And yeah, every time that catches me out. Nope. I presume he didn't take the chicane. Come on then. Here we go. Let's try the wider line. No, see? That's why I don't do the wide. Where's he up to? How long we got? 1 second, 4, 3, 2. Hopefully that wasn't in front of anyone. That wasn't. See? Safe rejoin. We are going to be the epitome of safety in Daytona 24. I might in a minute go to a Michelin Pilot Challenge race because they're here in the touring cars and I love touring cars at Daytona. Don't know why. I probably won't even be fast, but I like the idea of it. I quite like the idea of doing the Raw this weekend. But I don't think I'll get time. Could do the Friday night, be on with all the Australians.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, right. So the wider line doesn't work for me there. Oh, look at all that green! No, it didn't last long, but we got green. That's a better way of taking the last up. Slow is fast sometimes. So I went in a lot slower that time. So we have to keep an eye on that. Slowing fast down, I suppose, isn't it? Good. There's a bump in the middle of it, I guess. Literally holding my breath around that corner every lap. Just doesn't make sense, does it? I can't. My brain can't compute that fast enough. It's like you must try and go even faster into the corner, and you will be faster everywhere. And then when I actually just relax into a lap, and start getting my braking points right and not spinning the wheels on acceleration and stuff, I start to find a lot of time. But it does take me quite a while to relax into that stage of being able to do that. Yes, but yeah, if I just cut the bus stop, that is speed. Got a little bit raggedy on the exit there. Kind of at the pace I thought I'd be at. My pace is very track temperature dependent, like possibly more so than I really need it to be. Like I should be able to get a bit closer to my best times, even on a slightly warmer track, because at the moment I'm like 2 seconds off my best. Although that was set on a like 22-degree track that was probably a bit more rubbered in than this one. Hey man, how you doing? You good? Thought I'd come over to the, you know, the Twitch dark side for a bit. Yeah, you guys some love. I get too excited. Oh. I like streaming on YouTube. It sounds weird, but you jinxed it. You jinxed it, Nina's. Like people say that YouTube's not as good a platform, but I've had some really cool people hanging out in the stream and stuff, and just it's been quite nice. But now I'm streaming on both instead. I don't get Jimmy raids on Twitch either, so meh. But I wasn't actually in your stream now. I watched your clip. I think you went past that 2 days ago, man. Oh. See that in Inez. Yeah, still on track. Still good. You cut the track. Yeah, I mean technically I did. Yeah, now you're leaving me, I can put in the real laps. I was so close to holding it as well. Considering I wasn't really looking where I was going, but looking at the chat screen. I didn't do too bad. I didn't do too bad. How is Monsieur Jackknife anyway? Are you ready for Daytona? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Hey, zoom, zoom, zoom. Hey, zoom, zoom, zoom. I think after Daytona, I'm going to find something old school to race with a H pattern. So at the moment, all the cars I'm driving are fairly modern. Oof, oof. I'm just not entering any officials and just going to leave mine as it is. I'm not at my highest peak, but I'm up near it. If I hadn't had a disconnect the other day where I lost like 98 I rating or something stupid like that, I would have been on the border of 1800, which would have been quite nice going into this with like my highest I rating. But yeah, I lost some due to that. I'm just looking forward to. I just want to get my A license back, and then I can, you know, lose all of my IIR and SR in the Formula 1 car. So if you're going to lose it, you might as well lose it backwards at really high speed. We've not slowed down enough. We've not slowed down enough. Oh. That's one of those corners that you know when you go into it you're going too fast. But by that point, it's too late. It's too late for you. Traffic press is good until the traffic becomes your enemy, isn't it? So I am forever grateful for the people that chuck up these hosting sessions. Oh man, you're smashing me then. I've not done an actual quali run, like with no fuel in it. But like my fastest are 134 or something in like 20 something degree, 25 degree tap temperatures. I haven't managed to get any better than that. I just need to work on my driving. I'm not really an LMP driver, I have to say. It's not something I've ever driven, really. I'm not. Avoided the wall. Right. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I've never really tried it before, but it is definitely good. Like, I'd use it again, that's for sure. But I've never raced it in an official race or in even a hosted race. I don't think. Like, I've done a few laps, as you do, because that's a bit of fun. But other than that, I've not really worried about it. What am I doing? I've had to put, like, you can't see it probably, but I've had to put like a little monitor down here to be able to do stuff off of these three screens. Sorry if I'm making the camera go all weirdly focused then. Just the only thing I'm struggling with is finding a setup that I can... Like, all the setups kind of feel the same, but I've not got comfortable in any of them yet, and I don't really know what it is. I think what I need to do is I need to start changing my brake balance going into certain corners. I'm also not sitting in the centre of the car. How am I not sitting in the centre of the car? Is that going to really throw me off? Why am I offset? Why is it offset? Iracing hates her. That's probably not the reason. Let's try that. I'm sure that is not going to find me 2 seconds. But you never know. It might. Oh, what's the real time? What's the outside world time of day? I got that anywhere. I haven't got that set up anywhere. No, nothing here displays the time. That is really unuseful. I need a watch. Or a phone. I have a phone. Okay. We do. So after like a full fuel run, but not like a half fuel run, we got 81 74. 73% was rear right. Not brilliant. You want to at least double. You could probably easily double these. Maybe triple them. I don't really know. Tripling would probably be useful. Just for the stint lengths. What do you reckon? About 40 minutes in the LMP? I'd imagine. I'm not too worried about overall pace because I just don't think it's going to be. I'm never going to be the fastest car out there. But I might have a chance at. I can get consistent enough. Cars are also quite hot, which is surprising. I wasn't expecting them to get particularly warm. Hey, 4-degree track temperature today. Not the hottest I've seen. Not the coolest either. We definitely need to pick up our pace though, because we are lagging behind in quite a few areas. What's our top speed like? About where it should be. No, does that make it better? I think I've got like 8 and something. I've got whatever the default on this setup was. Or am I just going to spin a lot? What happens if I turn it down to like 5? Let's ease our way down. I've never worked out, so, because there's 2 on it, there's the TC and the slip or whatever it is, isn't it? So, what's the difference? What one adjusts what thing? Is one how powerful it is when it cuts in, 2 how much it takes before it cuts in? Which is my understanding, but I've never really looked into it too much. Let's go less. 2 TC. So you're in the dark as well then. Is that what you're running? 1 and 1? You crazy hardcore. So you can feel it not kicking, it's not interfering as much. I've got no idea what the secondary setting is. We're getting a lot more drive out the corners. That's on 2. And it doesn't feel overly death-like yet, so it's quite good. 3-3 normal, 4-4 hot attempts. Oh, you have done some practice in this, haven't you? Much better than my get in and drive approach. Look at the delta. We're in the green. I mean, not much, but we're in the green. Just not looking down there. Meow. Still kicks in at the same slip angle. That's quite useful. Yeah, I did find that I was like, when I was accelerating, I was and then I was going, which you don't really want. You want to get all that power down without wheel spinning, which means I have to learn to not be like lead foot. So I can be quite bad at just planting my foot straight down and not easing the throttle in the slightest. But we're learning. We're learning. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of it. Got on the grass on the inside, then that won't help. Driver coaching for the 99% of people that are like okay. Not completely useless, not complete, like not alien, just I don't think I have a button for TC2. I got enough buttons to actually be able to change it, I swear, but I just haven't got one that. You do have a GSI wheel, which I'm very jealous of. My friend Nick's got like 2 cube control wheels, so I really want to go and have a go on the Formula One because that looks sexy as shit. Everything on them just is so, and I imagine the GSI ones are very similar. Like everything on them is just so well built. Fair, innit? I wouldn't be disappointed with either of them, to be fair. I bet you're running a pretty sweet setup, haven't you? You got that weird one, what, SimCube base, isn't it? And I want to say you've got sprints, but I don't know. I might be making that up. Do the job, mate.
Yeah.
I had to go on a set of the Ultimates the other day, like Nick's Ultimates and his SimQ. Apart from the fact I couldn't get the seat close enough to reach the wheel and the pedals properly. Oh man, what a setup that is. Got the jealousy come out and I was like, oh. I'll tell you what though, since I bought an 80/20 rig, it's one of the best things I could have done. Like, it's made my little wheel and the pedals feel 10 times better because it's just not the flex in it. I didn't realise quite how much I was missing until I got rid of the flex. I knew there was flex because it was a wooden rig and it's gonna flex, so it's part of it, but I just didn't realise quite how much it was because I couldn't feel it as such. I think I was so used to it. I've only got like a 7 Nm DD rail, but I will go for a stronger one eventually. But at the moment, I really can't complain. Like, it does everything I want it to. It just clips a little bit in the like when the car's loaded up. Yeah, so I want it to like move my rig across the floor. I want that much torque. Or it turn me rather than me turn it. Like, so I just go round and round it like a fucking Catherine wheel. It feels like I haven't streamed in ages. Forgotten that I have to talk occasionally. I only had like a month off. Probably not even that. 3 weeks. Oh, I'm 100% the little people, don't worry about that. I don't think I really have any aspirations to make it big, to be fair. I just enjoy doing it. So maybe one day I can look back on, just think, God, what an idiot I was. Oh, God, I actually really enjoyed that. If I make it to old age. And, you know, like, YouTube is still around. We go back and watch the VODs. Too much power. The next Murray Walker. That was all a bit messy, wasn't it? I do plan on giving commentary a go at some point this year. I'm going to start having a little practice with like some replays and stuff, and or run like some AI races and commentate on them. I don't know, but something just to give me a like taste of it. I think it'd be fun. I don't think I'd make a very good main commentator. I am trying to read what you put and comprehend it whilst doing this, so bear with me. What you're saying is basically don't bad gears 2 down to 1. So no more like half throttle when you're changing between them? So I need to be slower before I shift down to first. And, I was reading that and not paying attention. Let's just part that a second. Yeah, 2 down to 1 is bad ECU auto blips. You need to reduce the revs. And then, not more than 40% throttle if you're still turning, unless in the bus stop. And then in the bus stop you use the throttle to rotate the car. Okay. That kind of makes sense. Like, my brain understands what you're saying, but it's being able to put... Twitch said no, fair enough. The only problem, like, I understand what you're saying. It's whether I could get my brain embodying the sync to actually, like, do that. I'd love to go and see what I was actually like in a GT3 car around here, but I'm just not gonna. Instead of doing that muscle memory, the other part of me really wants to have a go at the Raw, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. I probably will at some point, but I don't know when the sessions are. I know there's one like. I'd like to be the secondary commentator. I think the one that just comes in with the, oh yeah, this car's quite difficult here because of this. Like, I'd like to do that, but I think that'd be fun. Oh, everyone's online. No one told me they were online practicing. Cheeky fucks. Well, they might have, to be fair. No, they just haven't looked. That's fair. Or the stats man. The stats man would be quite fun. Just being like, oh, this guy's led 75% of all the races he's attended this season. That'd be quite good. I don't want to have a go in a touring car around it. Where's the When is the race for this? I want to know. Does it actually tell you? No. I just don't think I'm going to fit the Raw in. Like, realistically, I can't see when I would. We're going to have a quick go in a touring car around here, though, because I love touring cars, so therefore we need to drive a touring car quickly. $10, $11, $12. I could definitely do the Friday night slot. Like, I'd get away with that one. Ooh. I mean, it's going to massively take away from my other Daytona practice that I like actually need to do. But what could possibly go wrong with doing that? And then switching to the LMP and doing like another. And surely the LMP is going to feel like super grippy and amazing if I've just done 2.4 hours in a. Oh, when's that? That's not this week, is it? Or is it next week? Saturday. Oh man, I've got so much racing to do. I make it sound like it's a bad thing. So what's that? That's Saturday. The Snails endurance or your endurance. I can't remember what it's called. Tuesday I've got the DTM Championship, round 1. Wednesday we've got round 1 of the touring cars. No, Friday night I could do the Raw. Saturday night do your race. Tuesday do DTM. Wednesday do the Touring Car League. And then Saturday do the Daytona. Mate. I'm not so sure. I haven't even turned a lap in the Porsche around Daytona. Like, I'm sure if you just take all the downforce off, it's fine, but maybe put like 1 click of rear wing on it because it's a Porsche and it likes to go spinny, spinny, bye bye. But that's a hell of a lot of racing in a week. I normally do like 1 league race a week, so that's going to be a lot. Let's go back to where you can actually see what I'm doing. Come on. There we go. Oh, I know what I haven't done with these cars. I haven't set up like the individual controls so they keep their own force feedback rating, because this is really light. Wait for the auto to kick in. Do quite enjoy a front-wheel drive car. That's probably not something many people say. I don't massively enjoy it that I picked the Hyundai, and like every race I've come into recently, it's been all Hyundais. It makes me want to buy the Honda because I don't see many of them actually racing. I'm probably quicker in the Audi than I am in the Hyundai. But I just hate the Audi's gearbox. I like to be able to use first and second, and not just like get through them to get to third. This is oh my god, okay, yeah. This is not an this is not an LMP car. I was quite quick in TCs a couple of seasons ago, like in the Audi. I got quite good in it. I did a lot of endurance races in it. So when they did the Iracing endurance series, I did that, and it was great fun. Why, apparently, is this harder to run than the really full Daytona session I was in just a minute ago. I refuse to believe that it's any harder. There we go, it's dropping back down again now. Weird. Go away, Porsche. Actually, no. Go for it. Give me the toe. That sweet, sweet toe. Yeah, you've got more power, but I will take all of the toe you've got for now. No, why would I punt him? Don't be that guy. Don't be that devil on the shoulder. Oh, just drive this for 24 hours. I could do this for 24 hours. Lapping cars are an absolute bitch. It was last week I did whatever track it was at. Not last week, that was Sonoma. Week before. And we were having a really good racing touring car. And then like the GT4 leader, like, well not leaders, but like the top 5 came through. And then like the next lot came around. And I think one guy took out like 3 or 4 touring cars. But like they were all behind me, so that annoyed me more because I didn't gain anything out of it. But he was just lunging everywhere and just like, if they... Yeah. People have no patience. And I think because they're the faster class, faster car, they have complete right to go anywhere they want and ruin any part of your race. And they just don't. Ah, fair enough. I was out in LMP. So squirrely under the brakes, these things. I don't think I've ever raced in the European Endurance Series. Either one. I don't think I've raced in either of them. I can't at the moment anyway, because I've only got a B license. Because apparently I just can't keep safety rating. Even though I'm not like crashing out of races, I just can't keep it. Yeah, I imagine it is quite good fun. Like, it just always they're always in like a time that I can't do. So they start sort of middle of the day Saturday, don't they? I think there's one at like 6 o'clock. But it's really hard for me to be free that time of day. I'm much more likely to get free this time of day than I am that time of day. No, it's not. And at the end of the day, the family and kids come first. Like, this is just a hobby. As much as I love it, and I really I want to do more of it and do it as much as possible. The family and kids come first. Well, I'm obviously slowing the brakes there compared to him. What's the average I rating of your team anyway for Daytona? I imagine you'll be quite a bit higher than us. I think I've got the highest in our team, so got a feeling we average out about 1,300. But I haven't done the exact maths. And then Team 2, I think, probably averages out around 1,600, so... Or Team 1. We'll be Team 2, I guess. I was trying to work out what would be the... Oh, yours is much higher. Nice. I'm trying to work out if it's going to be like LMP only splits when you get down lower, or if it's going to be GT3 only splits when you get down lower. There's always a more popular class than the other, isn't there? I have a feeling it could be LMP. Do you think there'd be more GT3s running than there will be LMPs then? All the practice sessions I've been in have been... I feel like they've been more full of LMPs than GT3s. We won't really know until sort of next week what the masses are running, I suppose. I honestly think I'd be more comfortable in a GT3. Like, for an endurance race. I think that's probably where I'd stand. Our Daytona split last time around was GTE only. Yeah, the P1s are rapid. Absolutely super rapid. Yeah, our Daytona split last time around was just GTEs, and that was quite good. Like I don't think it detracted for me for the race. Like once you got into the swing of it. Oh dear. I have to think about calling it at night, I think, now, man. Because he's getting well tired. And I have got to go to work in the morning. Yeah, man, just hanging out. It's cool. I'll be on again at some point, I imagine. Might actually do some proper racing next time. I was fanning around, setting everything up to get started. I've been sort of doing a couple of little test runs, and I thought, no, we'll give it a proper sort of hit today. I was like, I really need to put a monitor up to like be able to just make sure it's actually running. So if you keep every time I look down here, that's what I'm looking at. But and then my chat's on the screen over there, so I should put it near the camera at some point. So at least when I'm looking at chat, I'm looking at you. But you know, that stuff. Anyway, peace out.